Let me sum up the New World Order very succinctly. It is a global corporate fascist takeover, a corporate takeover of governments through infiltration. They take over the first level of government, start lobbying for government contracts, for government to shut down their competition, then they expand and just continue taking over that system. Once a government's totally taken over, the mega corporations then direct that country, its military, its resources against the next target. That's what the Soviets would do whenever they were going in and basically taking over a nation. Once they dominated it, they would use it and exploit it to go after the next country. And that's what's happening. Here you see the USS Kidd destroyer, World War II era, and every town, every city in the United States of any size has the old military equipment. And it's part of the pride of the country. And we're here in Baton Rouge. We came through here a week ago, going out to speak in Florida. We're now ending our trip here before we go back to Austin today. And I just want to point out that I love America. And I love our good men and women that are in our military. And I love what America stands for. Our free market, private property, due process, constitutional republic. All of those things under the NWO, under the Patriot Act, under the John Warren Defense Authorization Act, under all of these different programs, we're seeing those basic liberties, those basic freedoms overthrown by people saying that they're patriotic and you should give their rights up or you're not a good American. I just talked to a syndicated radio host who talked to a member of the Bohemian Grove, a multi-billionaire. And of course I can't tell you the name of the host or the person, but he was telling me how this person was saying, Alex Jones is an enemy of America. Alex Jones wants to bring down America. No, you globalists have brought down America. You globalists are wrecking this country. You're destroying the Bill of Rights Constitution. You're the ones trying to raise taxes on me. It's the big corporations lobbying to get property taxes raised, and then you're exempt from it because you've got the lobbyist. You're the ones, Warren Buffett and others, always lobbying for higher taxes on the middle class to transfer it out and make her bailouts. And you traitors aren't going to get away with it, okay? And you can sit there and try to give us this pride with American flags all over everything and ships in our towns like, oh, it's our military equipment. We get the old useless junk to feel like we're part of the system. Meanwhile, our military that we pay for is being turned against us with the end of posse comitatus and the secret arrest of citizens and the torture and all of it and the rendition flights and the government caught shipping drugs in and shipping guns into Mexico. The treason, the corruption is open. It's going on. And we need to turn this around. I'll tell the elite this as well. This doesn't go good for you usually in history because you guys are so competitive and ruthless, you start screwing each other in the end game. And you know that. Study Night of the Long Knife. Study what's happened in every culture in the final phases of an end game. You guys are wrecking your own nest. This is a great country. It's got incredible people, incredible ingenuity, ideas, and the elite are threatened by that. And so you've tried to dumb us down, and in the process, dumb down your own power base. So stop demonizing and attacking people that know what America really stands for. And again, for those of you out there that have all this pride in America, the pride in America is our due process, our private property, our Bill of Rights, our Constitution. That's what made us great. That's what the arsenal of, freedom is supposed to be about. I mean, look at that ship. It's got the number of Japanese ships it sunk there in decals on the side. And what was the Japanese Empire? It was a corrupt elite using Japan's people as an engine of global domination. It's the same thing over and over again. I want my republic back. I want my freedom back. I don't want to drive up to checkpoints on the highway. I want to be able to fly and not have federal out-of-control goons trying to molest me. I want to be treated with dignity. I want to feel safe in my country again. I don't want to have corrupt corporate interests that stage terror attacks and fund terrorists to attack us so you can take our liberties and fund trillions of dollars of military adventures. I'm sick of it. It's out of control because once this level of corruption forms over and over again in history, you guys can't even say no to each other now because you're all blackmailing each other. And so the very worst of the worst then comes to the top, and corruption just goes to seed and sprouts up everywhere because once you give in to corruption, it runs wild. And you guys are out of control crazy. Look what you do to the troops with the DU. Before 1990, you wouldn't let the troops use it, even though you had it since the 50s, because you knew it was a death sentence to those that used it. It ignites in the barrel. The residue soft kills all those around it. But after 1990, who cares? The troops are dumb animals, as Henry Kissinger said. Well, I don't agree with that. So it's time for the enforcers of this system as well, and the corporate chieftains and the rest of you, to really think deeply and use your discernment, not just your intellect, but intellect and discernment, And you know I'm telling the truth. You know we're going in the wrong direction. It's time to start saying no to this out-of-control bureaucracy. It's time to get the arsenal of freedom back in the hands of the American people. And that arsenal isn't about weapons. The core of that arsenal is about moral responsibility, moral authority, and standing for what's decent and honorable, and standing with our forebears, and standing with what made America great. I'm Alex Jones reporting for Infowars.com.